What I wanted to talk to you today is basically about shiny object syndrome in marketing for our businesses and how we're actually making the mistakes in our businesses that are causing us not to get the results that we're after in our marketing. What I'm going to cover in this is basically what people often do and why that's a mistake in their business. I want to talk to you about what you should be doing and where you should be focusing and how that's actually going to deliver the results you're after. So to start off, to quickly talk about what most businesses are doing with their marketing and why that isn't working for them. So what most businesses are doing with their marketing is they're looking at the deliverables. And the way I like to describe this is in a diagram of three circles. You can almost think about it as like the Earth's crust, starting with the core in the center. You have the inner core, and then you have the outer core. The outer core is what we see, right? It's what we're standing on every day. And if we put this in a marketing perspective, the outer core is what businesses deliver on things like social media, advertising campaigns, print media, whatever it is, whatever's working for your current business. That's the deliverables. That's what everyone sort of sees. It's the video content, it's the websites, it's the logos, it's any ads that you're operating or running. So the deliverables are what most businesses get caught up with. They're the shiny objects. They see their competition coming out with some awesome new video campaign and they want to do the same. They want to do something just as cool, just as captivating. And that's where we get caught up with, in the rat race, and we're not actually doing marketing effectively in a way that's actually going to bring us the results that we want to see. If we're only thinking about the deliverables, we're only thinking about our website, we're only thinking about, the cool new logos or colors or videos or photo shoot that we're going to do to demonstrate our products and services, we're never actually going to get the results we're after because we haven't thought about the core to what's actually being produced there that's actually going to resonate with our customers. The only way we're going to solve something or sell something to people is by offering them a product or service that actually solves their problem and actually resonates with what they're after. If we're just thinking about the deliverables and how cool we can make this video, that's never going to actually be the case. We're never actually going to solve a problem for them because we're focused solely on their deliverables rather than on the other parts that matter. So the other parts that matter are items like the objectives, if we go on the inner core of what the Earth would look like, and the actual core of what we should be focusing on is the marketing strategy. So let me break down what they are. We should always start with the core of any marketing and any marketing strategy, which is the strategy. A strategy is a way of thinking about how we're going to get from point A to point B. It breaks down who our customers are, what resonates with them, what's actually going to be effective to get us to where we want to go. So if we think about a marketing strategy, the marketing strategy is things like who, where, what, and why. If we can break that down even more, with talking about marketing strategy, we're talking about who our actual ideal customers are. We're thinking about their behaviors, we're thinking about their psychographics, we're thinking about the demographics, and we're thinking about the geographics. That's 4 different areas of who our customers are that we want to be very focused on in order to get the results that we're after. We're thinking of what's problem we're actually solving for them and what will actually resonate with them. We're thinking about the messaging that will work in our advertising campaigns later on and to put across all our deliverables and in our objectives. We're thinking about their buying behavior. We're thinking about their psychology, about how they actually want to interact with us. If we're not taking that into consideration, we're doing what we want and not what our customer wants, which is not solving their problem. It's just putting something that we want out there, which you could get sales for and you could be successful for, inconsequentially, but it's not as a result of actually us thinking about it and being objective with how we're going to go out there and attract people to us. And therefore we're sort of gambling. And I don't know about you, but I'm not a gambler when it comes to my business. I want to make sure that I understand what I'm going after. I want to understand the thinking behind it, and I want to implement that with some sort of analytical way that I can actually measure my results. So that's what the marketing strategy is. That's what any business should start with. When you do that well, you're going to have a great basis to be able to go out and go through many different iterations of how technology changes or what becomes popular or what doesn't become popular. It doesn't matter because we've done the core strategy around who our customers are, what they want, where they want it, how they want to interact with us. When we've done that, we can adapt to all these different things really easily because we understand the basics of our marketing. We understand the fundamentals that it's actually going to make the massive difference to how we're operating and how we're actually making sales. If we go to the next stage, we go to the objectives. And if we want to think about objectives, we're thinking about the goals that we're actually wanting to implement. We're thinking about the user experience in a more tangible result, what it actually looks like from them becoming engaged with us. We're talking about funnels and how they actually become aware of us and make their way through the funnel into being, clients or customers and then advocates. So objectives are around our goals around awareness, optimization, revenue, and how we're actually going to make that into a tangible result. Once we know our objectives in that format, in a business and marketing format, then we can start looking at the deliverables and how they're going to fit in with that. If you think about that from a logical perspective, what we've done there is we've thought about exactly who we want to target, how we're going to solve their problem. We've then gone to the next layer about what are our goals, our business goals and our marketing goals around getting people into our funnels, how many numbers we need around awareness and how much we're willing to spend with that. And we can then start building out funnels around, okay, we expect this many people to get to here. And that means we're going to have, at the end of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel, we're going to have this many sales, which is going to bring us this much revenue. We start breaking this down into something that's tangible and is actually realistic rather than just guessing. Once we've got those objectives, then we can actually build out everything needed for those objectives to work well. And that's the deliverable. That's the outer core. That's what we, see businesses actually producing. And that's what we get caught up with for shiny objects, but it's not actually what we need to be focusing on. All the deliverables are there to do is to achieve our outcomes, which we've laid out in our objectives, and they're there to target the people and the methods that we use for targeting that we've outlined in our strategy. So this was really about getting business owners focused back on the important aspects of their business and their marketing, which is stop being distracted by calling up a videographer or calling a marketing agency up and saying, hey, I want this cool new video, because the video isn't the answer. The video is the final aspect of what you should be delivering. What you need to do is start looking at the strategy. You need to be very clear on your strategy and how that's going to work. And then you build out from there. Then you build out your funnels and your objectives and your goals and think about the user experience. And then you start looking at the website and the videos and the photos and the ads and how you're actually going to deliver on everything else that you've thought about. If you do that, it means you're able to be adaptable. It means you have this really solid foundation of marketing foundations backing you up. So whichever direction you want to go, whatever platform you want to go, you already know what's going to work because you've spent time and effort thinking about what's actually going to resonate with your customers and what's going to actually make you money as a business. So that's what this was about today. I want to help businesses avoid the shiny object syndrome, get distracted by what their competition are doing, and start focusing on the fundamentals of their marketing. Start thinking more about their strategy and their objectives before they get to deliverables. By doing that, you're going to be so much more successful. You're going to generate a lot more revenue and a lot more profit because you've really thought about the important aspects rather than chucking a video out on your social media and just hoping that that's somehow going to give you a return of investment. For very few businesses out there will that ever return an investment if you haven't got a plan, a funnel, or some sort of thinking behind it to actually walk people through a journey in order to make sales. If you're just putting out these deliverables and hoping that that's somehow going to give you results, then you're gambling. You're gambling with your money. You're gambling with your business. I created something which you can access on my website, which is the value chain framework, a super cheap and effective way of going through and creating a marketing strategy for your business. There's videos and template walkthrough videos there, all included in it, and it'll be updated as we go and progress. And that's a great way for a business to start and get the basis of a strategy down. If you hop on there, it'll walk you through templates about who your ideal customer is, really understanding them, understanding the problems, understanding the messaging that will actually attract them, understanding how to create offers that they're actually interested in, not that you just want to present, how to then make that really profitable in terms of using a profit ladder and actually turn a initial sale from a customer and actually make them profitable, increase the lifetime value of that customer. And then how to create content in a way that's going to be easy for you and your business and is not just a drain and is something that you have to try and think about doing, but is actually something that's really easy for you to go out and do on a regular basis and it is actually resonating with your customers. So the value chain framework, available on my website, adambarbaro.com, really easy way to get started with your strategy. But regardless of how you do it, I want you to stop thinking about the videos and the photos and the ads and the marketing campaigns and start thinking more about the fundamentals first and then build out from there. If you're able to do that, you're going to be much more successful.